Upon them. If you want to see one of the blessing of corporate blessing is in Psalms 133. How blessed it is for brethren to be together in unity. It is like the dew of Hermon that flows from the mountain. It's like the oil that flows from the Aaron's head to the beards and to. Now I ask you. Now the oil flows from the head to the beards and to the head of the garment. So if the garment is not in the body, will it taste the oil? The oil will not get to the garment. So meaning, if you don't come into the fellowship, you miss the oil that is flowing from God. Because you are not attached to the body. You are absent from the body. That which is in the body is the one that experiences the oil. And when you miss oil, you become dry. And when you become dry, you become an agent of attacking the body that has the oil. And if you check down there, Biblia inasema ya kwamba because there, it should be verse 3. Inasema ya kwamba because in that place, in that corporate blessing, what happened? The dew of Hermon, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there, what does the Lord do? For there, the Lord commanded a blessing, even life forevermore. One of the blessings of corporate fellowship is what God commands. Blessing, not blessings. Check your Bible. It doesn't say blessings. It says the blessing. The blessing of God, James says, it makes rich. Is it James or Proverbs? It says, it makes rich and adds no sorrow. The blessing in itself, it carries all the other things. The blessing is corporate. But in this blessing are the blessings. A blessing is like an orange tree. An orange tree is the blessing. But in the orange tree, you get the oranges. You get the oranges. The blessings we call prosperity, the blessings we call healing, the blessings we call increase, the blessings we call favor, the blessings we call all that. They are in the blessing. So, you will never get this blessing if you fail to be in a corporate blessing, in a corporate place. Why? Because this blessing is only released in a corporate gathering. So hata kama unajisikia ujihisi, unasema because of the blessing, embu nijikokote niende. Why? On the blessing. Blessing. Wacha na hii tunasemanga blessings. The blessing is released in a corporate and is commanded in a corporate gathering. Corporate means the coming together, the assembly. In that assembly, the blessing is released And now from the blessing, we are able to receive the blessings. The blessings. Healing, prosperity, mention what you want, desire, plan. All those blessings are in the blessing. And this blessing of God, because only this comes from God, is released and is commanded in the fellowship. And then what happens? The next thing that God commands after releasing a blessing, he releases life forevermore. So we gain life and we access life from corporate fellowship. There is a life that comes into being. Things start taking shape. Things change. And that is why the greatest battle you will fight is for corporate gathering. You will have a reason why not to be in church. You will have a reason why to be angry with your brother and your sister. You have a reason of why to hate one another. But the problem is not brother or that sister. The battle is what the devil knows you will get when you remain in that corporate gathering. So the fight is what God will release when you get connected to that fellowship. When you get connected to that house. The battle is your provision. The battle is what you should become. The battle is the life that you shall get. So don't see the problem being your brother or your sister. See the problem with the devil doesn't want me to access. The devil doesn't want me to access what God has for me. Therefore, fight a battle for the family you belong to. Fight a battle for the church you belong to. Because you know in it, there is my blessing. There, God has released life, which I will live it, or I live in it now, and even outside there. When you understand the importance of fellowship from that angle, you keep jokes aside and you concentrate on building it. Because the growth of the fellowship is the growth of my life. The strength of the house is the strength of my life. The prosperity of the house is my prosperity. Because on Sunday we said, until such a revelation will come in me, and until such a revelation will come in you, to know that church doesn't need me. I need the church. I need God. God doesn't need me. And God is found in the corporate gathering. Because the Bible says that wherever 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am in that presence. So when I know when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, God is present, then I need this God. This God does not need me. Because even before any creation came into being, God was, God is, and God shall be. So he doesn't need me to become anything. I think Joey used to sing this song sometimes ago last year, and she was saying that you don't need a man to be the God you are. You don't need God. You don't need a man. But we need God in every angle. In every aspect, we need God. So when I know I need the church, I take care of it because I'm taking care of myself. If, for example, like a car, if you need a car to travel, you will do the service. You will put fuel. You will make sure that every system and every part is right. You will make sure that the wheels are well inflated. You make sure that it has the insurance cover. You make sure that all that is needed to use it is needful. And I have provided, because the car does not need me. I need the car. When you take church like that, or like a house, you take care of your house. Because you know, a house does not need you. Do you know that? A house will never call for you. It will never do an application letter. Come and stay in me. But the time you know I need a house, you will paint it. You will repair it. You bring furniture. You take care of it. You bring electricity and everything. Why? You know you need a house because of this. You need a house because of rain. You need a house because of cold. You need a house because of protection, preservation, and all other things. So when you look at God's house, and you know, I need this house. I need it. For me to become and live in safety. For me to have spiritual growth and maturity and establishment, I need God's house. I need the fellowship. I need this communion. When you look at that, you know my preservation, my protection is in the house. It's not in my strength. And therefore, having come to understand that, you appreciate God that he brought you into a house. And we say, when you focus right on God, thanksgiving will start flowing in your life. Because thanksgiving, we said, is a role, is a principle. Thanksgiving is designed to function in your favor. It's something about Mungu ame set up that it will work, and as long as it's working, it is working in my favor. I will never look at thanksgiving like a burden. I will look at it like an opportunity that God has given me to favor me. An opportunity that God has given me just to experience his provision, his abundance, and his life. So thanksgiving is a role designed to benefit each one of us. And therefore, it has to become functional within us. Every day, I'm thankful. Every day. When you wake up, it's not a must you wake up. When you find yourself breathing, it's not a must that you are breathing. When you find yourself eating and speaking or being in the right mind. Sasa tukikuja hivi tumekutana na mtu nikasikia huyo ni mwenda wazimu. Badala ya gari mstue anastua gari. You see? Anatustua hivi kwa barabara. How do you store gari? You know, when you, let's say but when you look at him and you think you are thinking right, you have a reason to thank God. And we said thanksgiving is twofold. You do it in words and you do this in deeds. That's where we were looking at in the book of Hebrews chapter 13 verse 15 and 16. It says that we give the fruits of our lips. So speak thanksgiving. Be thankful. For example, even if you are reasoning and you are just arguing within yourself concerning life, concerning God, and what he has done to you, be thankful. Do you know there is something that is usually written in the affairs of the earth? Unabii kwamba mind your language. Because when you mind your language, you mind your steps. And that is true concerning thanksgiving. Mind the language you are using as a son of God. Mind the language. Because at times our language doesn't show thanksgiving. Our language shows ya kwamba we are not thankful. Our language. For example, you come to a house like this, and God has dealt big deals in your life. God has dealt with sicknesses, has dealt with failures, has dealt with curses, has dealt with many things that you do not know, but God dealt with them. But the language you use for the same house, you are not thankful. Do you think those things can't twist you again? Oh, it's a thought. Then do you think that the same things can come to you? Mind your language. Be thankful as a son of God. Be thankful. Whatever idea comes to your mind, hold it captive first before it generates anything. And I believe, and I think I said the other time, I believe that no one can stand here with this microphone and say God has not done anything. You can't be in this house and lack to record something God has done. And I'm not talking of many times, especially 2025. You can't. And if something has not happened, then the problem is not God. The problem is you. The problem is not God.